Hi everyone, it's Barry here from Mitosu Crafts, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based here in the UK. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Fun Fold Friday video tutorial. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make this little chapstick or lip balm little gift box. So it fits like a little one of the chapsticks or lip balms inside. It will fold flat, so it's ideal for you to make ahead of time if you want to, and then buy these and then they are ready for you to gift as and when you need them. All right, so this is for some of these lip balms right here, which I've picked up. Fits in there quite nicely and is secured with a bow and a little bit of Velcro in there just to keep it nice and closed. So that's what I'm going to show you how to make as well. I will also show you another variation. So you may have seen this one here. This is something which Jay made. It's another version of this, so I may show you how to do this one as well. Not this design, but show you how you can actually make the lip balm holder like this. But just look at this. This is the Bedazzling papers, which are free of charge at the moment during celebration. So if you want to earn some of these Bedazzling papers, then every £45 you spend with us via our online shop, you get to choose a free item, and the Bedazzling paper is one of them. This has been coloured with some of our blends as well, so it comes in a like a silvery colour, champagne colour, and that's it. So I will show you how to make that one as well, but initially this is the one I am going to start off with, where you create a little tab. So good, so as I mentioned, you can purchase stuff from us via our online shop, so links to our online shop can be found down below in the description. You will also find other links down there which we think you may find useful, so links over to our website, where you will, if you go over to our website, there will be a link to the blog post for this one in there, which will also show you the measurements for this as well. So if you don't get the measurements, don't worry, head over to our website down below and the measurements will be over there as well. So yes, check those out, all other links down below in the description. Remember, if you are enjoying what you see, please remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe button. Should be somewhere over here. Remember to also hit that all notifications bell as well if you would like to receive notifications of when we post videos. We post this video every Friday, and we also go live on a Wednesday and a Sunday night at 7 p.m. So yes, so hit that subscribe button and the bell notifications. So anyway, I'm going to crack on and I'm going to show you how you can make this little lip balm or chapstick treat holder. So sit back, relax and enjoy. So for this project, I'm going to be using the Peaceful Deer stamp set here for decoration, and I'm going to pair that obviously with the Deer Builder punch. So I'm going to be using those as well. Going to be using some of the new ribbon here. So this is the white ribbon, the glittered organdy ribbon. So this one here, that's the product number if you're interested in that one there. I'm going to be using that to tie a bow. We will try. And I've got myself some Blushing Bride, some of the Designer Series paper here. I will get you the name of that one in a second. And I have got some scrap paper right here. If you're wondering what the Designer Series paper is, this is from the Whimsy and Wonder 12x12 Designer Series paper pack. So it's a speciality. It has got some foiling in it as well. But I'm actually going to use this one here, which is the green with the Blushing Bride berries in it. So it's a very non-traditional colours for Christmas, this one, which is why I've quite liked it. It's something a little bit different. Okay, so to make this little gift box, you're going to need to take a bit of Blushing Bride or your chosen colour cardstock, and this is going to be measuring 4 inches by 6¼ inches, and then you're going to score this along the log edge here at 2¾ inch and 3½ inches. So that's that piece. So I'm going to just go through that again. That's 4 inches by 6¼ scored at 2¾ and 3½ inches there. So that there is your card base ready for the measurements, ready for decoration. You will need a tab piece here measuring 3/4 inch by 2 5/8 inch. And this one, I'll do the scoring for you on this one here. You're going to need to score this at 1/4 inch, 15/16 inch, 1 11/16, and 2 3/8. Okay, so I'll just go through that one again for you. So the tab itself is 3/4 inch by 2 5/8. Score 1/4, 15 16ths, 1 11/16, and 2 3/8 of an inch. Right there, okay? And that is your tab piece. Cut yourself some designer series paper as well, measuring 2.5 inches by 3 3/4 for one piece of that one, and then one piece measuring 1/2 inch by 3 3/4, and they will then be the decoration for the front and for the spine of this little treat box. Okay, so but we will stick those on afterwards. We get the tab sorted first. So once you've gone ahead and done that, go ahead and fold and burnish these little pieces. And just to let you know how I worked this one out is I basically just measured what this is. So you want to measure obviously how thick it is. So it's approximately, you can see on there, it's approximately 3/4 inch. So that is what this is, which is the 3/4 inch. But I've just reduced these two sides down by 1/16 inch. So it just gives it a little bit, it makes it a little bit fatter or a little bit tighter, so that when it goes in, it actually holds it rather than just slipping out. So if you need to make this slightly different, then just measure what the circumference is of your actual lip balm. So like I say, that's 3/4 inch. That there is going to be for one of them, but then just make sure you then just reduce it ever so slightly on some of them, so that it just is a slightly tighter fit. Okay, so that's just how you want to work that out as well. What we can do now is we can go ahead and we can then stick this in. Okay, so I'm going to go with the raised parts on the inside. I'm going to fold and I'm going to burnish these pieces first. Okay, and you're going to need some glue. And you're going to need to pop some glue on this little tab in here. Be careful with how much you actually put on here, because if you put too much, it's going to squidge out. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to pop this and stick it to line it up with the spine, well, that score line on one side, and then do the same on the other side, and then just line it up with the other edge right there. And that pretty much is just how you want to then make that. So if you want to then have this folded flat and then ready for just whenever you want to grab it, you can do. It's done and it's ready. So we can then just pop some decoration on this now whilst that's just drying up. So this is going to be my front. So I'm going to stick my designer series paper onto the front here, and then do the same with the spine. Okay, so that's those two pieces and is ready and stuck inside. So that will actually now, if we slide that in carefully in, we'll now hold that like a little book, but with your chapstick or lip balm inside. And so just make sure this is nice and dry before you really put this in too early, otherwise this is just going to stretch out and will then take the glue away. So just make sure that is nice and dry before you stretch it out with this. Good, so let's do some decoration here. So I am going to then take some scrap paper and I am just going to then stamp my deer. So I'm going to take the deer from the Peaceful Deer stamp set, the one which has got the writing, so it's a solid one with the writing in the middle. And I'm going to ink this up with crumb cake. And then I would then use the coordinating punch, the deer builder punch, just to punch this out. And then that then can then get stuck to the front like this. So this will go onto some dimensionals. So I'm just going to grab my dimensionals here, and I'm going to take your pick tool, and I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back of this. And then I will stick this on afterwards, because what I want to do is I want to pop a ribbon around this. Yes, you did hear me right, I said a ribbon. So I'm going to take it's the glittered organdy ribbon, which is this one, so it's got this lovely glittery effect to it. It is a nice bow tie and ribbon as well, so if you want to, you can. Organdy ribbon is quite nice for tying bows. So there we have it. So we can use that for something else. I'm just going to pop that to one side, and we would use that for another project. But what I want to do with this one is I just want to loosely wrap this round here to then tie this off. So you can then decorate this like so. So obviously we need to give ourselves a bit of ribbon to play with. That should be fine. Let me just take that off. There, okay. And then we can then pop this on the inside like that. And then if you want to, you can either use like a magnet on here, you can use a glue dot, a bit of Velcro on there if you want to hold that steady, or you can grab yourself a glue dot, which is another one just to hold it in. So if you want to use a glue dot, you can just use that, and then you can then just pop a glue dot down here for the time being. Just to keep that closed, like so, because that obviously then can come in and out like that. But obviously if you want to keep it flat until you need it, then don't do that part just yet, or do this part. So then that goes round, just tie a bow. And there we have it. Okay, so 2 attempts for me to tie that bow, which was actually quite good today. So just tie a little bow. So it's stuck with some glue dot inside. Just tie the bow around the outside just so it's loose, so that can then come off. And then if you just want to then finish this off with one of your deers here, so we'll take the backing papers off, and then we can then stick that over part of that deer, over part of that ribbon as well, so it holds that ribbon in place. And that's like that. And then I reckon what we can do is we can grab some gems. Just to add another little bit of interest on there as well. So that there is one way of making a little chapstick or treat box holder, and that is easily popped out like that without having to untie or damage this. But that is inside like that quite nicely. Okay, so if you want to keep that in, if you want them to untie it, you can pop a little bit of a glue dot on the actual chapstick itself to hold it in place. So that's one version. What you can do with a second version, okay, is you want to grab yourself another bit, same measurements and same score line. So grab yourself a bit of chosen cardstock. So as I mentioned, this is 4 inches by 6 1/4. And what we want to do is again score this at 2 3/4 of an inch and 3 1/2. So exactly the same measurements. Okay, so that's that one. And then we still need this, and then we're going to then do some cutting on this one. Okay, so this is where it's one which is going to be, we're going to cut this out. So we want to then score this on the cut this on the short edge, and we want to cut down from the second score line. Okay, or from the first score line. So this one here down to 4 13/16, or depending on how big your chapstick actually is. So if you're using this one, again, you want to measure it out So I'll just start off, it would be easier if I explain this as I go. So you want to then cut it from 1 1/4 here. Take your cutting blade to the first score line, okay, and then cut down to 4 13/16. Sorry, yeah, 4 3/16. Basically, that there is the thickness. So it's basically, it'll be 3/4 but minus a 1/16 of an inch from this. So again, whatever this width of this is how deep you want to come down on this one. So you want to cut all the way through the score line, okay, and then you then want to then go as deep as that one. So then do that the same on the opposite side. So take it to 1 1/4. Come down from the score line down to 4 3/16. And that there is your pit. That basically, once you fold this, so it's like that, so we can fold and burnish all of this. That allows you to then pop this in like that. He says. And allows you to kind of create like a little bit of a book. One thing I need to do is I just need to do some scoring on this. Sorry, one thing I didn't do, why it's not folding. I need to score this here at 2 inches, which was that one. So that was 2 inches in, just to give me that score line. And then that allows that to go in. So that kind of creates like a little bit of a book, and it's inside, and then you can then slide that in like that, and that there is how you can then have it on display like so. All right, so then just decoration again. Take your decoration like you had from the first one, which was there, and then obviously you don't need one for the spine on this one because it's covered, it's open. And then if you want to grab if you've got a detailed trio punch, you can then line it up in the center like so. And then we can then just punch a little hole at the top here, and that will then be suitable for a bit of ribbon. So that can go in like so. We can then actually punch through both of these. From those, we can pop our chapstick in, and we can take some ribbon. Feed that through, and then let's tie ourselves a knot. Okay, so that's that part then. And then if you do the same, obviously I've already got one which I've punched out. If you want to do the same with your deer, pop some dimensionals on the back of this, and then pop that to the front. So there will be 2 versions for you of how you can make your own lip balm holder, like that. Okay. And that there is the second one. So there we have it. There are 2 versions of a chapstick or lip balm holder. That one there where we created like a little tab on the inside, which will take that. And then this one here where we created a little channel for this one for it to slide in, and then you can obviously then see the lip balm in here as well, so people can see. They don't even necessarily need to be undone to be able to get them out, because people can then slide them in and out as well if they wish. So that's one. I quite like this one because you can then actually see, if you make sure you cut this channel so the name's in here as well, you can do it. But remember, these bits here are the thickness of your actual lip balm or chapstick. Okay, so you just want to adjust those depending on what the size and the diameter of that chapstick is. So there we have it. There are 2 versions for you for this week's Funfold Friday. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please remember to give us a thumbs up if you have, and remember to hit that subscribe button as well. And remember, everything you see us use can be purchased from us via our online shop, and links to those can be found down below in the description as well. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you again next Friday, same time, same place, with another project. Remember, if you've got any requests, please just email us and I will see if I can sort something out for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye.